Welcome to the Money Management for Business module of the Business Development Academy. In this module, we are going to look at the following content. Number one, importance of money management. Number two, record keeping and costing. Number three, budgeting and forecasting. Number four, cash flow management. And number five, cost control strategies. You will understand with me that in most businesses, the challenge has never been no money inflow, but the challenge has always been the management of money that comes in. So let's look at the importance of money management. For businesses to ensure financial stability, growth, and sustainability. Let me give you an example. I've had businesses receive grants up to 40,000 US dollar, and within 2 to 3 years, the business was granted. And the reason for that is because of poor money management in the business. Most of the time, people receive a lot of money in terms of contracts, in terms of your daily sales, in terms of grants, and every form of support for the business. But the business still fails because of lack of money management. And I want you to take this module very serious. The key components: proper record keeping, accurate costing, budgeting, forecasting, cash flow management, and cost control are critical aspects of money management. These are the areas you need to start paying attention to in your business. If you are just starting, you need to make up your mind that you are going to keep proper record in your business. Even if you are sole proprietorship, you are the only one doing everything in your business, you are the manager, you are the secretary, you are the sales rep, you are the production manager, you are the human resource, you are everything in your business. You still have to manage your business well. Now let's look at record keeping and costing. This aspect has been an aspect that has a lot of processes and procedure. It could be something as simple as you having a notepad or a book dedicated to bookkeeping, where you keep your books. This has expanded to you having software to keep your records, all right? You having other apps, different apps to keep your record. So record keeping, maintain detailed records of income, expenses, sales, purchases, and financial transactions. For some businesses that are not exposed to all these applications and things like that, you can have a book for sales, another book for purchases, another one for financial transactions, all right? Another one for expenses and income. This will help you to keep records in your business. Another one is the costing. In your business, you must have the accurate costing of all the different chains of activity in your production process. For example, in your for example, some people, they do buying and selling. So they go to market like Balogun Market in Lagos, they buy in bulk, they come back to their location to sell. Now you have to add transportation costs to anything you are doing. You have to cost the all the money you are using to do facilitation along the process before your goods gets to the final destination. So costing means accurately calculate the cost associated with producing goods or delivering services, including materials, labor, and overhead expenses. So practical tips. One, utilize accounting software to streamline record keeping and ensure accuracy. An example will be So uh, platform. So platform can really help you as a software to help you. We also have Sage. These are accounting softwares that can help you to keep record. Number two, implement a standardized costing system to track cost and identify area for improvement. And number three, regularly review and update records to stay informed about the financial health of the business. You see, when you keep records in your business, it helps you to be in control. It helps you to ensure that your business is not run down. It helps you to be sure of the stock you have on ground per time. It helps you to manage so many things. For example, in my business, for example, if I discover that we've not made money for that month, and I know our statutory expenditure from payroll to other overhead expenses, by the middle of the month, I'm already calculating, plotting the numbers and looking at what to do to ensure that my business stay stable and sustainable. And we've been experiencing a massive improvement in our books. We've been doing this now for close to 10 years. So the next concept I want to introduce is budgeting and forecasting. What is budgeting? Is set financial goals, allocate resources, and plan for future expenses and revenue. So budgeting is planning for the future expenses and revenue. Some people, they only plan for expenses. They don't plan for revenue. And that's the reason why the business is not moving forward. It got to a stage in my business that I did budgeting for the business for the first time. It was wonderful. I discovered how much we need as a company for the whole year. And we also worked on, in our strategy session, we also worked on how much of revenue we need to make. We look at our services and our products, and we set a goal how much these services should generate for us in revenue in a year, and how much this particular one should generate for us in revenue in a year. Are you getting it now? So these are what the big companies are doing that makes them growing and moving forward. Forecasting, predict future financial performance based on historical data, market trends, and business projections. When we do strategic planning and forecasting, especially during the end of the year retreat in my company, and subsequently when we do for other companies and we do end of the year retreat with them, we run them through a lot of forecasts. For example, in Nigeria, there are some things we look at. Number one, the dollar rate. What happens if the dollar rate keeps going up? For example, there are projections that the dollar rate could be up to $1 to 2,000 naira. What happens to your business? What is the impact? And you also review it. If dollar goes down and maybe $1 is now 200 naira, for example, what is the impact in your business? Now, all this forecasting and prediction into the future helps to stabilize the business, that this particular service that we are rendering, if it stops now, what happens to this business? These products we are selling, If there's a competitive product that comes in, what happens to the business? And business is not making money as before. So let's look at practical tips. Number one, develop a realistic budget that align with the business goals and objective. Number two, use historical data and industry benchmark to inform revenue and expenses forecast. And number three, monitor actual performance against budgeted targets and adjust forecasts as needed. So you need to continue to adjust your forecast. If the projection you made at the beginning of the year, by the middle of the year, if you see a need for readjustment, please do. What budget does for you is that all the things you need to buy is already budgeted. If somebody now brings a proposal and you don't have budget for it that year, you just be confidently, you'll be able to tell the person, we don't have budget for you or for your services this year. Maybe next year we might have budget for it. And that is how good budgeting and forecasting will be. So there are templates that you can Google online that you can download for your budgeting as well as for your forecasting. If you think you need templates in the WhatsApp group or the Telegram group that you are experiencing this Business Development Academy, you can put it there that you need a budgeting template or forecasting template. We'll be glad to give you that. Now let's look at cash flow management. Like I said, most people receive money, but because they didn't manage it very well, they are back to square one. And this knowledge is not just about the business alone, also the entrepreneur. You must be able to separate your own personal income from the business income. Don't just wake up one morning and dip your hand in the business income. And that's the reason why, as the entrepreneur, you have to be on salary. Yes. Salary is different from profit. As the CEO, for example, as the CEO of my organization that I declare business of, I'm on salary. All right. So this helps you to manage your money very well. Sometimes the business cannot pay the entrepreneur from start. Write it down that this business is owing me so amount of money. So you, the entrepreneur, you can decide and say, for the first 1 year of my business, I'm going to be on salary, but because the business is not buoyant enough to pay me, that means the business is owing me. Then you put down how much your business is owing. So that the day you receive a mega contract, you cannot withdraw more than your salary. Do you get the knowledge? So that the business begin to grow. Cash flow is the blood of business. Cash flow is the blood of business. That means money comes in and money goes out. But for the future of the business to be sustainable, you must retain money. And the money you are retaining is called sinking fund. Sinking fund is a money that you save for a long time for the expansion of your business. It's not every time you look for loan. You can actually save towards your expansion. So let's look at cash flow. It simply means you manage the inflow and the outflow of cash to ensure the business has enough liquidity to meet its financial obligation. All right. This is what cash flow means. So begin to think about your business now. How have you been meeting your financial obligations? Do you have enough liquidity? Liquidity means that cash in the bank that you can use to pay staff salary, to buy stocks, and to do procurement and stuff like that. So we have cash flow forecasting. That means anticipate cash flow fluctuations and plan accordingly to avoid cash shortages or excesses. I think we learned this when we were talking about forecasting. Now, practical tips. Monitor cash flow regularly and identify potential cash flow gaps or surpluses. Number two, implement strategies to improve cash flow, such as optimizing inventory management, negotiating favorable payment terms with suppliers, and accelerating accounts receivable and collections. And the last one is for you to maintain a cash reserve to cover unexpected expenses or emergencies. That is the one I called sinking fund. You cannot finish all the money in your business and be spending it into frivolous things, things that doesn't make sense. Like I said, you have to be on salary as the entrepreneur, and your business should run a corporate account. That is the essence of registering your business with CAC, so that you can have a dedicated account for the business. Then you now begin to run it. And this is the beauty of that. Anybody that want to ask you questions like, are you in business? You said yes. I should register with CAC. You said yes. Do you have a bank account? You said yes. The next question, do you pass all your transaction through your bank account? You now said no. That's already red flag, because even if you say your business is doing well and your financial statement and your bank statement is not showing that, they will have issues with you. And that's the reason why a lot of people did not win grants. All right. Now, another thing I want to emphasize that you listen and you listen well is cost control strategy. Cost control strategy. Cost control. Implement measures to minimize expenses and maximize profitability while maintaining quality and efficiency. Now, some people are already in business, they are making money, but there is a hole in their business pocket that is leaking away the money of the business. So you as an entrepreneur, you shall study your business and ensure that you cut cost by all means. Ensure that you minimize expenses. Things that you know that are not adding profitability to your business, things that are not increasing your productivity, all these things have to be watched. There was a story I had. This particular consultant was invited to a manufacturing company to help them to look at their processes and see what they can do. So they do this periodically. So it's a routine activity for the company. And this consultant has PhD in operations management. So he got there, he looked at a particular board tool they used to put their products together. And one way or the other, he discovered that they can adjust the size of that bottle, and that will reduce cost for them. And that was it. So ideas like this rules the world. Ideas can help you to cut costs. That's the reason why you have to engage consultants like us in your business to help you with strategy, operations, management, and things like that. The next one is identifying cost-saving opportunities. Analyze expenses, identify area for cost reduction, and implement cost-saving initiative. This is very important. You know the reason why they call outsider to do these things for them, because you are there every day. There are some things you might not see. Your eyes must be close to them. But when you bring in consultant like us, we'll be able to see it for you. Practical tips. Conduct a thorough cost analysis to identify area of inefficiency or unnecessary spending. Number two, now when you are doing that, you might discover that if you buy in bulk, you might be saving some money. So you need to master negotiation. So negotiate with suppliers for discounts, bulk purchasing, or better terms to reduce procurement costs. This is very important. I know a business person that once he drops ₦1 million, the supplier can give him up to like ₦2 million worth of products and he returns the money later. That's another way of reducing costs. Everything is not about looking for money and paying for the money. A lot of people want to start their business and they discover that they are incapacitated because they don't have the money. Whereas money is not the only thing you need in starting a business. There are some things that if you have, you know how your way around it, you can begin to get some help and favor that can help you to start small. Might not be able to start big, but you can start small. You can start selling for people and get your commission. After accumulating those commission, you can now start your own business. Implement cost control measures such as energy conservation, waste reduction, process optimization to improve operational efficiency and reduce expenses. This is very important in your business. I don't know the business you are doing right now, but I want you to think, how can I reduce cost in my business so that I can save more money? How can I cancel unnecessary spending? All right. So sit down with your books. Look at all the places you have spent money this month and begin to come up with strategies from that area. I hope this has really helped you. We've come to the end of our money management module. Look out for the next module for this Business Development Academy. Thank you.